Hi, welcome back to WOW, the Wealth Optimization Workshops, back here with Scott Collier, the Call Dog. We're excited to be talking about different investment types, so different things you can invest in. So do not confuse these with an RSP, TFSA, RESP, etc. These are investments that you would invest into those types of accounts. So in those accounts, you need underlying investment choices. We chatted about GICs and accumulation annuities. Now we're going to touch on something else that's very common and popular, but sometimes misunderstood or not understood well enough: mutual funds. Mutual funds. All right, so what is a mutual fund? It is professional money management, that you are getting financial investment expertise with world-class investment experts managing billions of dollars of investments that have financial analysts, CFAs analyzing the market every second of the day, software tools to do in-depth financial analysis, and they are looking at ways to invest your money to try to maximize your return while minimizing some of your risks in a diversified investment account. So it will hold many different securities, might be equities or stocks, might be bonds, might be a mixture of fixed income products and equity products. So every mutual fund and their portfolio managers have a mandate. And you would receive a fund fax, or you would have a simplified prospectus that outlines the mandate of that fund, the management fees that we're going to touch on in a subsequent episode related to that fund, and what the mandate is supposed to be. So one of the upsides as well: liquidity, access to your money. They are easily redeemable. You can buy and sell them with ease. Generally speaking, when you're building out a portfolio, which we're going to talk about in an upcoming session, you should be more diversified than just having one or two funds. You should have many funds within a portfolio for different purposes. But we're going to talk about a basic investment concept: the relationship between your return, the rate of return you expect to get on your investments, and the risk or volatility that you can handle as far as your personal risk investment tolerance. So, investments where you don't really want any volatility or risk, you should expect lower returns. Ones where you can handle a lot of volatility or risk, you should expect to get much higher returns. Makes sense, doesn't it? So one of the things that I mentioned are misunderstood is the fact that some people feel, oh, mutual funds are very risky. Not true. Mutual funds are going to fit somewhere on the spectrum of risk to return, depending on what type of fund you get. And there are literally 10,000 plus mutual funds available in Canada right now for the Canadian investment consumer. So you can have very conservative, cautious, safe type funds. You can have very aggressive ones, or somewhere in between that. So I just want you to understand that concept. So we've got this spectrum laid out, many different categories. We're just trying to give you some idea: money market fund, mortgage fund, bond fund, global bonds, balanced. Okay, balance is going to be a combination of fixed income and equities, asset allocation, Canadian equity, US equity, international, global funds, emerging markets, so focusing on some of the newer parts of the world, specialized or sector type funds. So for example, might be an energy fund focusing on the energy industry or healthcare industry, might be in natural resources, could be in a whole variety of financials, could be in a certain part of the world or a certain sector of the economy. Okay, but we want you to understand that there's a whole wide spectrum when it comes to investing, and there is literally dozens upon dozens and dozens of different investment companies overseeing all of these thousands of different types of funds out there. So some common names you might hear, like Fidelity, CI Investments, Franklin Templeton, some like Global Investments, Mackenzie. Like, there's literal dynamic. There's endless amounts of fund companies. I'm not suggesting to endorse any of them that I've given you names to or not. There are many different fund companies that are fantastic. They have different management philosophies often that they're using, and so we'll chat more about that when you're diversifying your portfolios. But literally understand that there's many fund companies that can offer you a full spectrum of different mutual funds to try to get you good returns while minimizing your risks to help you achieve things like your retirement goals, your general savings, your kids' education, or other investment-focused strategies. I know that's very simple. We could literally spend 100 hours talking in depth about mutual funds. That is beyond the scope and purpose of these videos, which is to give you fundamental and basic understandings on how investments work. We've got lots more to share with you on investments. Hope you'll join us again. Talk to you soon.